Lately, I've been thinking to myself, is it about time to leave Australia for good? And it's not just me, a lot of our clients, people reaching out to us are doing this. People are sick of the high taxes, the high cost of living, the stressful lifestyle that has become the norm in Australia. Ever since back in 2022 when they opened up the gates and finally let us all out, I've been spending large chunks of the year outside of Australia in Asia building and growing this business. But now I'm starting to think maybe it is time to leave Australia for good. I do like Australia, I do like coming back here, I like the Aussie bush, I like having a little piece of land to walk around on, I like having a shed to tinker around on things in. If I didn't have these things, I probably would have left a few years ago. But the way things are now in 2025, things in Australia are deteriorating. We have the highest levels of social division and social tension that we have had in a long time. Political division is at the highest levels I've ever experienced in my life. It is really sad to say that in this day and age, people can have a really strong hatred for each other just for having different political views. Just have a look at what goes on social media. This is very apparent. Everything is an absolute rip-off here. Everyone is just trying to get a couple of extra bucks out of the next guy. It's dog eat dog. And if you don't have a decent income, you are getting left behind. We have an increasingly draconian and pro-socialist political environment on both sides of the aisle. This never ends well. Socialism sounds very good in theory, but as soon as you start punishing the go-getters, the people who are out there building businesses, creating jobs, it can become a very big problem, and people like that will generally take their business and go elsewhere where they are more welcome. In general, capitalism has become a dirty word, especially down in my home state in Victoria, and we're going to get more into that in a second. You would think that being able to support yourself, being a net contributor to society, surely these are good things. And yes, we do need a safety net, you need a basic welfare system, but you also need incentives to get up off your ass and go out and work. It is good for you, it's good for your family, it's good for your own mental health. You're actually getting out of the house and doing something, making your own money. This should be encouraged. So yes, Australia in general does have a lot of problems. We're only scratching the surface here, but what I also wanted to talk about in this video is my home state of Victoria. Victoria is in some ways a failed state. It kind of feels like that in some ways. We are pretty much bankrupt. We have had incompetence at the highest levels with the past and the current treasurer. I mean, look at the suburban rail loop that they're building in Melbourne. This had no business case. The numbers did not stack up. But the government pushed ahead anyway. And what we're learning now is not just with that, but a lot of these big build projects going on in Victoria, there is a lot of unhanded and shady stuff going down. Massive sums of money being transferred to union-affiliated people, government-affiliated people. The people with the right connections are making a lot of money. Even money flowing through, it has been alleged, money is flowing through to criminal groups who are tied up with the unions and with these big infrastructure projects going on in Melbourne. It is being paid for with money we do not have. Money is being printed, created out of thin air, and it is the taxpayer that is taking up the tab for this. And this is going to go on. This debt is going to be carried forward for generations. The examples go on and on. Look at the Commonwealth Games. How much money did Victoria pay for that to not host the Commonwealth Games when we already had no money coming out of the pandemic a couple of years ago? Like, seriously, how did that even happen? If you were in charge of that in the private sector, you would have been sacked pretty quick. But we still got the same government and they keep getting voted in. But getting a bit more into some of the reasons that I am starting to lose faith in Victoria. Maybe I lost faith in this state a long time ago, I don't know. But things are getting worse, if that is possible. There is an attack on property owners down here. To be a landlord is a dirty word. All landlords are grubby capitalists, never mind that they are providing a valuable service, housing to people that need housing. We've had big land tax increases down here. Properties over the amount of $50,000 now are liable for land tax in Victoria. Most states have a land tax threshold of several $100,000 in the high hundreds of thousands of dollars. In Victoria, it's $50,000. There's also a land tax that has been introduced for vacant land. So you're not allowed to leave your own home vacant for more than 6 months, otherwise you are going to be land taxed. Now they're even starting to talk about charging a land tax on homeowners on their primary residence, their home, which has always been tax-free in the past. They are talking about adding a land tax for people who work from home. If you have a home office, you're living in your home, if you have your computer there, if you're doing work from your computer, there's talk about charging a land tax on these people. Like, what is going on here? Not to mention all of the regulations and the red tape and the high cost of building anything here. It's no wonder that landlords are basically on exodus out of Victoria. Investors are gone. Victoria is not open for investment. It's starting to get to the point now where if you do own a home in Victoria and you like to spend large amounts of time outside, traveling overseas, it is becoming prohibitive to do that with all these new taxes. If you want to spend half your life overseas, then your property is being taxed out from underneath you. So that's where you come to a point and say, okay, if I do want to continue living an overseas life, maybe I don't have a choice but to sever ties, at least with property here. It would be a shame, but it just feels like it's getting really hard to own property and be an expat at the same time. Even though you might want to come back and spend time here, even though that you might want to come back and live here one day. It feels a little bit like we're being chased out of our own country. Maybe it is the right time to go now. Especially, we spoke about this in another video, how they are looking at changing the residency rules, making it harder to exit the Australian tax system in the future. It seems like it's going to be very hard to live kind of like a hybrid lifestyle of having half your life in Australia, the other half overseas, which can be a very enjoyable lifestyle. You always have to commit. If you want to keep your property here, you have to commit to living in Australia. If you're not going to live in Australia for most of the year, or Victoria at least, then you might have to make the hard decision of letting go of a property. It is a real shame because I have for the last few years quite enjoyed having a lifestyle, the contrast between two very different lifestyles of having the life in Asia but also having the life in Australia. They are very different and the combination works quite well, I find. When you have a couple of home bases like this, it really, life does not really get stale. Whenever things start to feel a bit old, you're already jumping on a plane to go somewhere back up to Asia again. It keeps things fresh and interesting. So that's going to be a shame if that becomes less doable into the future. So I don't know, maybe it is time to go, cut ties with Australia and permanently establish myself in Asia. A lot of people are already doing this, like I said at the top of the video. What do you guys think? Are you maintaining a base in Australia and traveling from there? Or are you pretty much cutting ties, you've had enough, and you're looking for greener pastures? Leave your comments down below. Thank you for watching. We'll see you later.